din po ng ating pong mga judges and of course ng ating pong mga audience ang ating pong katanungan. So this is your question, Miss Summer. If winning Miss Gay 1, 2, 3 gives you a superpower to change one thing about the Philippines, what would it be and why? Ulitin po natin. If winning Miss Gay 1, 2, 3 gives you a superpower to change one thing about the Philippines, what would it be and why?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If I will crown as Binibining Uno Dos Tres 2026, and if I will be having a superpower to change the Philippines, what superpower could I have that can change my community? Ladies and gentlemen, if we talk about superpower, sometimes the things that comes to our mind is having a fire on our arm, being able to fly, being able to breathe underwater. However, if I could win tonight's pageant, and if I will have a superpower, it would be a power to change the mindset and culture of the Filipinos that we're always settling for less. Let us all think about this. We are always accepting corruption, injustice, and broken systems in the Philippines. And if I will be having a superpower and change every one of you to fight for your rights, to be the voice of yourself, and to be standing here in this very stage and be accountable of your rights as a Filipino. Come to think of this, a poor actually steal a piece of bread. However, a politician steal ang tinatawag nating kaban ng bayan. Ang mahirap ay kinukulong agad. We are accepting it. We are accepting the broken systems of the Philippines. However, if we could think about on the other side, the politicians actually have a lot of process. Bakit walang nakukulong? Bakit walang nananagot? At sinasabi ko kanina pa, binababoy tayo, ninanakawan tayo ng gobyerno. And if I could win tonight's pageant, I will be having this platform that can be able to have a superpower to change every one of you, to fight for your rights, for us to achieve justice. Ladies and gentlemen, if we will going to dig deeper, we will going to understand that as a Filipino, we have a responsibility to have the rights of the Supreme Mother of the Law. Ninanakawan tayo ng kaban ng bayan at ninanakawan tayo ng karapatan. And if I could change everyone's mind that we don't need to settle for less and we need to fight for our rights and demand more, our leaders will be going to produce more projects. They will understand what we really need. They will understand what we really want in this community. And if I could have that superpower and change every one of you, that we should not accept broken systems, corruption, and injustice, I believe that as a Philippines, will be going to be a progressive country where everyone will uplift even the marginalized community. And ladies and gentlemen, let's all remember that leaders is not just about popularity. It is about service and accountability. And if I could win tonight and have the superpower, I will change every mindset that you have, that we don't need to settle for less, but we need to have a leader that is give us more projects, more opportunities for all the Filipinos. And if I could change your mind, maybe we could change the Philippines as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much to express, not to impress, the panel board of judges. So, in order for me to answer the question, first and foremost, if ever I'll win this competition,
it would be a big privilege for me. And additional of that is having a superpowers. And if there is one thing that I would like to change something here in Philippines, I guess I will not focus on us LGBT, but I will focus on removing the toxic mindset of every Filipino na kapag nanalo na ang ibinoto natin noon, ay maaari nating iboto ang kanilang kamag-anak ngayon. In what way, Panay Board of Judges? Because I noticed in my 22 years of existence, patuloy pa rin tayong nagpapasilaw sa matatamis na salita sapagkat nagsilbi na sila noon sa ating bansa. Ngunit naniniwala ako kung sa darating na eleksyon, bubuksan natin ang puso't isipan na huwag tayong makinig sa matatamis na salita, huwag tayong magpaakit sa maliit na pera na inilalagay sa ating bulsa. Then definitely, matitigil ang pagboto natin ng mga taong may record na ng pangkukurap dito sa ating bansa. At isipin na lamang din natin, ang isang boto mo, huwag mong isipin na wala lang. Bagkos, isipin mo ang isang boto mo nakasalalay ang 6 na taon ng kinabukasan mo. Dahil ika nga nila, madalas nilang sinasabi, na ang bansang Pilipinas ay dapat pinagsisilbihan, hindi ninanakawan. Mga minamahal kong lahat mananood, hindi ko napapahabain ang aking kasagutan. Ang magkaroon ng kapangyarihan ay isa ng malaking pribilehiyo upang mabago natin ang ating bansa. Dahil ika nga sa isang kasabihan, if there is a good governance in our Philippines, then definitely, this country would always be a better for us to live in. And before I leave the stage, I would like to say that the real intelligent doesn't need to use any quotation, punchline, because the real intelligent knows how to answer direct from the heart. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 14.
Thank you so much for that very interesting question. I believe that all of the candidates are equally talented, equally beautiful, and equally intelligent. But I believe that if I will win in tonight's competition, I would definitely use my determination and hope in this pageant. For everyone's information, I am a product of a broken family because my father did not accept me for who I am and what I am. But despite life challenges, I never let that negative experiences ruin my future. Instead, I use it as a motivation for me to work harder, to dream bigger, and most especially, to inspire and help them realize for each and every one that our gender identity, sexual orientation has nothing to do with what we can offer to humanity. Winning a title is not just a crown for me, but it is a symbolism of determination and hope for each and every members of the LGBTQIA+ community who experience the same situation just like me, but dares to rise and shines bright like a diamond. And if I will be able to change one thing here in our country, Philippines, I would definitely change the negative mindset of each and every one of you towards us members of the LGBTQIA+ community here in our country, that we are a jinx, that we are worthless, and that we are cancer of our country, Philippines. Because that is very much wrong. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we members of the LGBT here in our society have the innate skills, competencies, strengths, and capabilities that we can offer to the world. It's just that we do not have enough chances, spaces to prove our worth. That is why As a candidate number 14 standing in front of you, I would like to change the negative mindset of each and everyone to a positive one so that we, members of the LGBTQIA+ community, will definitely achieve equality, will definitely achieve prosperity, and most especially, we can definitely embrace the what we call diversity and inclusivity that we belong for in our country, Philippines. Because after all, our ethical responsibility here in this world is to promote unity, inclusivity here in the Philippines. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Go, Miss Yoniel.
That was very an interesting question because it talks about what lies beneath the pageantry. What comes after when those lights are gone? What comes after when we took our makeup? And what comes after when there is no stage at all? Because if I will win this pageant tonight, I would want to change one thing in this country. And that is the time, and that is the family code in the 1987 Philippines Constitution. I want to change or amend that law because in that family code in the 1987 Philippines Constitution, it is said that marriage should only be limited to the men and women. Because I want to change that perspective that marriage should not always be limited to cisgender men and women. Because at the end of the day, even though we are here in this Catholic country, LGBTQ members should have the capability and privilege to express their love in the law and in the name of God. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, beauty pageant is not all about limelight. It's all about vision. It's all about your action. And I want to use this platform to tell everyone, to tell the heterosexuals and homosexuals here in this Barangay 123 that we LGBT deserve to be recognized in our country, in paper and in the name of God. Because we are all living in this country. Therefore, a family code, a family should not be fostered, not just by a man and woman, because a family can also be fostered by us, LGBTQIA+ community. The question relies on the Philippines, so therefore we should use this platform to make this country a better place to live in, not just for the men and women, but also for us, the marginalized sector, the LGBTQIA+ community. Because as a transgender journalist, it is my vital responsibility to uplift the Constitution with the tenet of love, peace, and harmony, enshrined with no exception. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Being able to change a certain problem that is facing by so many people is definitely a great responsibility that I can use in order to make a change towards one person's life. But as a person who came from the LGBTQI community who has been experiencing so much discrimination growing up, even at school where I should be feel valued when I am educating myself and learning so that I can have a better future. When I was at the backstage, I was having a conversation with some little trans women, and I was asking them if they are studying. And one of them responded no. And I asked why. It is because their school doesn't allow them to actually go to school with their hair long, with their looking like a woman. Ladies and gentlemen, growing up, I have been dreaming of who I am right now. And I had so much struggle simply because our country, Philippines, most of the people are part of Roman Catholic. They do think that it is not allowed for someone to wear or dress like a woman. So growing up,
I always promise myself that I am going to make a change. So if I am going to win tonight's title, I am going to empower my advocacy, which is called Learn Loud, Live Proud. It is an advocacy campaign for LGBTQIA+ empowerment through education, because I am a solid believer that when one person is free to learn by their true selves, they are more free to succeed. And its specific goal is to promote inclusive education, create safe learning spaces, empower our students. Because I am a solid believer that these trans women, if we are going to allow them to be sent to school by being themselves, they will be able to have a better future. And we trans women, we always been the breadwinner of every family. We have been the foundation of every family. Without us, it is a big impact towards our country. So if this superpower will be able to change the world, this is the best thing that I can give to everyone. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you.